Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 virtual Vermont History Day Awards ceremony. Now, we did this last year. I did wear my tuxedo. I was feeling a little springy today, so we decided to go with the summer weight suit to feel suitably festive for our awards ceremony. I do miss seeing all of the students in person, the screaming hordes, yelling and cheering as their classmates and their peers win various awards. And we do look forward to doing that with all of you next spring. It's been a tough year, and I want to thank all of the students who participated this year. It's amazing that you put together these projects in the way that you did and continued your learning, persevering through any number of issues that you may have had with remote learning, with partial school learning. I know my kids did as well. So thank you to the students, and also thank you for the teachers for making this possible, and the parents for helping out and allowing your kids to do this and giving them the support I know that you all did. So we are going to get started here. We have a lovely awards ceremony for you, and we're going to start off with an introduction from a very special guest.
State contest. Now, I usually get the chance to meet with some of the contestants when you come to Washington at this time of year, but it's a lot different this year. Things are a bit different right now. But the benefit of these virtual meetings is I get to connect with so many more of you this way, and I'm grateful for that. I know it's been a challenging year for both the students and teachers alike. So let me just say this. I'm so proud of all of you and your teachers for staying engaged in learning. In this contest, it challenges you to reach beyond the classroom and then research a topic that may not have been familiar to you. I imagine you learned a great deal. Look at what you were doing. You were studying how different forms of communications have shaped our lives, but also the lives of those who lived before us. Perhaps it even got you to thinking about a career in communications. And your research, I hope, has left you with a stronger appreciation of history, how crucial it is for us to not only learn about the past, but to understand how it shapes our future. I know communication shaped my future. When I was a child, my parents owned the Waterbury Record weekly newspaper in Waterbury, Vermont. And then they started up the Leahy Press. It's a Montpelier printing plant, and it still operates today. I grew up, I could smell the ink, I could set type, and especially learn how to proofread. And I got my first library card from the Kellogg Hubbard Library at the age of 4. And comic books were one of my first passions. That's where I met Batman. And newspapers were our link to the world before television took over. But today we've gone way beyond that. Our communication sources are endless. The flow of information is nonstop. But today's abundance of information sources also makes media literacy more important than ever, so that you know what is worth reading and watching and seeing. I'm still a lover of newspapers, but I also rely on Twitter and Instagram, other social media sources, to keep me informed every day. Communication is the key to understanding. And I want to thank the Vermont Historical Society for organizing this timely and important event. I know that pulling together a statewide contest is never easy, but it's got to be rewarding to see so many of you taking part. And I certainly don't envy the judges, because choosing a winner among so many great entries must have been quite difficult. And I got to tell you, I think you're all winners today. You should be proud of the great work you've done to help us all to better understand history. And I thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Leahy. I know Senator Leahy always looks forward to meeting with the students who qualify for National History Day in Washington, D.C., and I know he looks forward to doing that in 2022 when we're able to get back there again. Oh, my clicker's not working. Now it's working. There we go. We could not put on this History Day competition without our sponsors. It is a lot of time and effort on our staff and resources to make this happen. And we're so grateful to these sponsors for making History Day possible. So at our top level here, our partners, the George W. Mergens Foundation and Dr. Peter Swift and Diana McCargo. The Johnson Family Foundation, the Jack and Dorothy Byrne Foundation, Key Bank, Northfield Savings Bank, Community National Bank, University of Vermont Department of History, we will be back there next year, Vermont Mutual Insurance Group, the Main Street Landing Company, and Vermont Heating and Ventilating. And also thank you to all the sponsors of our special prizes, which we'll be recognizing throughout the evening as we make those awards. I love this shot. Here are some of our participants. Do you see your face up there? Do you see a friend's face up there? Thank you very much for participating this year. You did an incredible job. So we're going to kick off the awards ceremony with Victoria giving us an overview of National History Day, and we'll jump right in.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. When we did this last year, we weren't sure we were going to do another virtual award ceremony, but here we are. And I am now looking at the faces of some of you who put your pictures in the registration system. That's where these pictures came from. And just imagining that all of you are out in the audience and watching this and waiting to hear what the results are today of the announcement for the winners. But even though this is a contest, all of, as Senator Leahy said, all of you are winners. It was great that you could finish your project this year and join the Zoom session on Saturday for many of you. And so here we are. Let me go just some of the details. So for qualifying for National History Day, students in grades 6 through 12 who placed first or second and receive a superior or excellent rating can qualify for National History Day. We do have some 4th and 5th graders participating this year. Unfortunately, they are not able to qualify for National History Day. And 3rd place winners can qualify as alternates. I will follow up with your teachers and parents after the contest for more details about this. Okay, here we are having some mic issues. I guess we're going to try and switch mics. Okay.
Just put that right there and then just hold that.
I'm going to turn off. All right, I was trying to turn off one mic so we weren't getting 2 mics going. Okay. I'm going to try and hand off. Okay, trying to hand off one mic so we're not trying to have 2 mics going. Okay, sorry about that. Now you know that we're live. We're doing this live in the moment and trying to figure out all the technical difficulties. And so, as I was saying, so we will announce the winners of the projects today, and we will say the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners. And I will follow up with teachers for more details about National History Day, which will also be a virtual contest this year. All right, so now I'm going to have to do multiple things at one time. Okay, so our first award, we actually are going to start off with some teacher awards today because teachers are a big part of this process. The first award is the Patricia Bering Teacher of the Year Award, and this is sponsored through National History Day. The teacher at the junior division level is Kathy Forrestal from Linden Town School. Congratulations to Kathy. And at the senior division, the winner is Mackenzie Hunter from Long Trail School. Congratulations for winning the state level. And with these prizes, they are nominated for an award at National History Day at the national level and will be competing against other teachers from all around the country and in fact, some parts of the world too. So congratulations to Mackenzie and Kathy. And our first type of project that we're going to announce the awards for is the junior historical paper category. So these are the junior papers. And as always, we will start with third place and second place and first place. And normally we try and hand you the ribbons. So we will make sure you get your ribbons at some point soon. So you can just look at the ribbons that are on the slideshow and imagine. So we actually have a tie for third place because we had so many wonderful projects in this category. So Annie Merrick from Browns River Middle School. Annie's teacher is Nicole Thompson for a project titled Elizabeth Keckley and Mary Todd Lincoln, Lessons Derived from a Scandalous Correspondence. The other third place tie is Mur Pitkin, from Addison Northwest Supervisory District. Teachers are Joshua Brooks and Rebecca Coffey for the project titled Helen Keller, Who She Was, What She Said, and How She Should Be Remembered. And in second place, Trillian Hyde with the project The Pony Express, Fact versus Fiction. Trillian is homeschooled and her teacher is Julie Roos. And Trillian is qualified for National History Day. And in first place, Jay Borland from Main Street Middle School. The project titled Baggage on the Freedom Trail, How Members of the Underground Railroad Communicated. Teacher is Eli Rosenberg, and Jay is qualified for National History Day. Congratulations to the junior paper winners. It does feel weird to be doing this without clapping in between, but I'm imagining clapping at a distance on the other side of the screen. And senior historical papers. In third place, Lydia George from Long Trail School with the paper titled Selma. Teacher is Julia Craig. And in second place, Amelia Vickery from Long Trail School. Teacher is Mackenzie Hunter, and the project is Racism in the 1900s, Televised Media, Its Effects on Past, Present, and Future Generations. Amelia is qualified for National History Day. And in first place, Maya Elliott from U32 with the project Florence Nightingale, Revolutionizing the Medical Field Through Communication. Maya's teacher is Kara Rosenberg, and Maya is qualified for National History Day. So congratulations to all the senior paper students. And next we are going to do some of the special prizes. So I'm going to remember not to take the mic with me.
We can do this, not a problem at all. One microphone works. Off camera here, we're working on getting the other one going, but I know that it'll be great. So now we have the Women's History Award. This is one of our first special awards that we offer, and for a long time has been sponsored by Patricia Passmore Alley in memory of her mother, Helen Vrooman Passmore. And Trish usually sends us a message when she can't be there in person. She sends a message for us to read. So I'm going to read, she has a brief message and then a poem describing her thoughts around this Women's History Award. So Trish writes, "It is appropriate that History Day is in April, National Poetry Month. Women's voices, spoken or on paper, have not always been welcome. Women's letters provide a rich herstory to the history we often learn in school. We have told the truth, but had to tell it slant, as Emily Dickinson would say. Poetry often points to something difficult to name for social reasons, soul survival, and evolutionary necessity. Phyllis Wheatley, Lucy Terry, Emily Dickinson, Axa Sprague, the Grimke sisters,
Hi, everyone. I'm Molly Davis, Family and Academic Programs Coordinator from Shelburne Museum. We are thrilled to be able to offer an award this year to a teacher with a high participation and dedication to the Vermont History Day program. This year, you'll be receiving a self-guided trip to Shelburne Museum for 50 students and 10 adults. We again want to thank you for your dedication to the program and wish you all the best. Hi, everyone. I'm Molly Davis, Family and Academic Programs.
Testing it now. All right. Is that picking me up? And that's good right there? I'm starting over with this one, Amanda says. So we're awarding special prizes. I hope folks heard my lovely intro to that, but now we're going to be talking about the Vermont State Archives Award for Outstanding Use of Primary Sources, and this is sponsored by the Vermont State Archives and Record Administration. Okay, keep going, Amanda says. Back to that. So second place in the junior division for the Primary Source Award is Taylor Smith with the project Tragedy Through the Eyes of Children. His teacher is Sherry Smith, and he is homeschooled. First place winner, Lloyd George, for project How the Breaking of Enigma Changed History. Teacher Julia Craig from the Long Trail School. The next special prize is the Horace Greeley Foundation Prize. So the Horace Greeley Foundation awards a cash prize to a project that focuses on American freedoms. These include, but they're not limited to, abolition, women's rights, women's suffrage, or civil rights. And the winner of the Horace Greeley Foundation Prize is Vanessa Kusel for a project entitled The Demonization of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. through the FBI's communication with the media. The teacher, Mackenzie Hunter, and Vanessa goes to the Long Trail School. Congratulations. Thank you very much to the Vermont Labor History Society for sponsoring the Labor History Prize each year. We did not have any qualifying projects for the Labor History Prize. So again, if you're looking for project topics for next year, please think about looking into Vermont labor history. All right.
All right, next we're going to go on to junior group performance. Am I speaking loudly enough for people to hear? I want to make sure, trying to okay. We're adaptable here, flexible here, just like all of you are this year as we figure out new technology. So junior group performance. And in first place, Olivia Dupree and Isabel Taylor from Pulteney Elementary School. Their teacher is Keith Harrington for a project titled Matahari, Communication That Led to Her Death. They are qualified for National History Day. And in the junior individual performance category, Lillian Meyer from Main Street Middle School for a project titled Women's Rights, How the Fashion Change from Skirts to Pants Communicated a Need for Social Change. Lillian's teacher is Wendy McGugan, and Lillian is qualified for National History Day. And senior group performance. In first place, Kyla Moat and Brody Mezcat, for a project called How Do You Talk to Your Audience Through Your Guitar? Their teacher is Julia Craig, and they attend Long Trail School. And in the senior individual performance category, first place is Abigail Hunter from Pulteney High School. Abigail's teacher is Keith Harrington, and the project is titled Edith Egger, the ballerina of Auschwitz, how her lifelong journey used communication to conquer tragedy, forgive herself, and heal others. Abby is qualified for National History Day. And congratulations to all our performance students. And now we are going to go back to another special prize.
We're going so quickly. I was just reading up here. So we're now going to move on to the Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation Prize. These prizes, there are two here, one for a student and one for a teacher. The student prize is given to an outstanding project on a U.S. history topic. The folks over at the Calvin Coolidge Foundation sent us some information to read and congratulate the students and talk a little bit about what they do. The Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation is proud to partner with the Vermont Historical Society on the Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation History Prize and the Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation Teacher Prize. History was deeply important to President Coolidge. His career in law and politics was shaped by his appreciation of history. As the official foundation dedicated to President Coolidge's legacy, our mission is to make Coolidge and his era come alive for all Americans. And we particularly focus on educating younger Americans. That's why it's our great honor to sponsor these awards, which recognize outstanding students and teachers in the brave little state that President Coolidge always loved so much and knew as his home. Congratulations to all of the students and teachers who entered into these prizes. We are proud of all of you. And the winner of the Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation Prize is Ava Witt, who did a project entitled The Phonograph, an exploration of its impact on the music industry and society as a whole, 1878 to 1930. Ava's teacher is Mackenzie Hunter, and Ava goes to the Long Trail School. Congratulations. The Calvin Coolidge Prize for a teacher goes to Suzette Shivers from the Green Mountain Union High School. Congratulations. Our next award is the Molly Beatty Memorial Environmental Prize. Molly Beatty was a groundbreaking woman from Vermont, serving both as the Secretary of the Agency of Natural Resources here, and then I didn't bring my notes with me, in the federal government as well. Thank you, Victoria. I don't want to get this one wrong. Yeah, she was the commissioner of the Vermont Division of Forest, Parks, and Recreation. She was later the first female director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I should know that by heart, and I apologize. This award is given to a project that focuses on the natural world. And the award goes to a group prize, Leonie Fournier and Lily Woodard, for the project Jane Goodall, Communication with Chimpanzees. Their teacher is Dawn Taylor, and they go to Main Street Middle School. Congratulations to you both on this award. The next award, which I did bring up with me, even though I knew Deborah Clifford, is the Deborah Pickman Clifford Vermont Women's History Prize. This is sponsored by the Vermont Commission on Women, Education and Research Foundation, and is given to a student who presents a project on Vermont women's history. It is named after eminent scholar Deborah Pickman Clifford. And the winner of this award is Violet Haight, who did a project entitled Susie Chapstick Chaffee. Her teacher is Suzette Shivers, and she goes to Green Mountain Union High School. Congratulations, Violet. Now we're going to give out some more project prizes.
Now we are going to announce the Junior Individual Documentary category. And in third place, Devansh Memoria from Main Street Middle School, teachers Eli Rosenberg and Talia Shabanian, for the project The Invention of Radio by Reginald Fessenden. And in second place, Abram Alexander from Browns River Middle School, for the project Lift Every Voice and Sing, a hymn that communicates the American experience. Abram's teacher is Nicole Thompson, and Abram qualifies for National History Day. And in first place, Taylor Smith. Taylor is homeschooled, and his teacher is Sherry Smith, for the project Tragedy Through the Eyes of Children. Taylor is qualified for National History Day. Congratulations to the junior individual documentary students and junior group documentaries. In third place, Eleanor Dupree and Sarah McGill from Main Street Middle School. Their teacher is Andrea Ami, and their project is Navajo Code Talkers. And in second place, Sahasra Banda and Michiko Paget, also from Main Street Middle School, also with a project called, well, slightly differently titled, the Navajo Code Talkers. Their teacher is Wendy McGugan, and they are qualified for National History Day. We had many wonderful projects this year about Navajo Code Talkers, a lot of different ways of thinking about them. And in first place, Campbell Reed and Gardner Reed with a project titled Braille, A Revolution in Communication. They attend Main Street Middle School, and their teacher is Don Taylor, and they are qualified for National History Day. Congratulations. And senior group documentaries. In first place, Myra Aldonado and Harlow Quayle for their project Communication of the Underground Railroad. Their teacher is Mackenzie Hunter, and they attend Long Trail School, and they are qualified for National History Day. And in senior individual documentaries. Third place is Kirk Smith from Long Trail School with the project The Types of Propaganda in Communist China. Kirk's teacher is Mackenzie Hunter. And in second place, Gabriela Seabode from Long Trail School with the project LGBTQ+ and Female Expression Through Fashion, Post-Stonewall Riot and Women's Liberation Movement. Gabriella's teacher is Julia Craig, and Gabriella is qualified for National History Day. And in first place, Ava Witt from Long Trail School for the project The Phonograph, an exploration of its impact on the music industry and society as a whole, 1878 to 1930. Ava is qualified for National History Day. And now this is a new prize this year, the Military History Prize. So for the inaugural announcement.
So this prize is sponsored by an anonymous donor. However, I will say that it is very exciting. The sponsor of this prize is a former Vermont History Day participant and currently a PhD candidate in history. So it's great. Use this as an opportunity to look at where you can take your study of history. So the sponsor sent us a paragraph to write about this new prize that's being offered. The Military History Prize recognizes an outstanding paper on the subject of military history. This research area touches on many subjects. At first glance, a military historian may be someone who discusses the decisions of generals or the feats of armies in battle. It could include the experience of men and women in uniform or the influence of politics and culture on the armed forces. But military history is also about the populations who readied for, waged, endured, and reckoned with the aftermath of war. This field of history should be embraced by all students in their quest to become engaged citizens, thoughtful and questioning about the use of military power, now and in the future. With this goal in mind, I am offering this prize to the best project in military history at the 2021 Vermont History Day. Congratulations. And the winner of the inaugural Military History Prize is a group project, Christopher Comiskey and Matthew Fiaschetti, for their project entitled Morris Moe Berg, The Catcher Turned Spy. And their teacher is Sarah Ibsen, and they go to Harwood Union Middle School. So congratulations to you both. The next award is the International Studies Award, and there are actually 4 of these available, and the award sponsor has recorded a video introduction.
Okay, thank you for entering Vermont History Day contest. I hope you had fun learning new things in history in a very creative way. I know my students did when I was a teacher. This year's theme is Communication in History, the Key to Understanding. This connects so well with the International Studies Award that I established. Communication is a two-way street if you want success. If that's not possible, a one-way street is better than no way. This is our way of getting to a stable and peaceful world. This year's award for first place is $125. Second place award is $75. Again, I hope you had fun learning new history in a very creative way. Thank you.
So the International Studies Award is given out in the senior and junior categories. So the first award goes to second place in the senior division, Abigail Hunter, for a project entitled Edith Egger, the Ballerina of Auschwitz, how her lifelong journey used communication to conquer tragedy, forgive herself, and heal others. Abigail's teacher is Keith Harrington, and she goes to Pulteney High School. To pull the curtain back on this process a little bit, we have a teleprompter this year, which is absolutely lovely. And in first place in the senior division, the student is Maya Elliott. Congratulations, Maya, for a project entitled Florence Nightingale, Revolutionizing the Medical Field Through Communication. Maya's teacher is Carol Rosenberg, and Maya attends U32. So in the junior division, second place goes to Ainsley Kendall for a project, How Aviation Changed Communication. Ainsley's teacher is Clarissa Kendall, and she is homeschooled. The junior division first place award goes to Campbell Ray and Gardner Ray for the project entitled Braille, a Revolution in Communication. Campbell and Gardner go to Main Street Middle School, and their teacher is Don Taylor. Congratulations to you both. Now we're on to our final round.
All right, we are on to exhibits, and we usually save the exhibits for last because there are many students competing in the exhibits category. Although we have some special prizes after exhibits this year, so don't run away when we're done with exhibits. So senior individual exhibits. In third place, Adriana Grabach from Long Trail School for the project Communication Through Hieroglyphics in Ancient Egypt. Adriana's teacher is Mackenzie Hunter. And in second place, Nadia Tarbell from Long Trail School for the project The Exploration of Martha's Vineyard Sign Language. Nadia is qualified for National History Day, and Nadia's teacher is Julia Craig. And in first place, Zoe DeMeo from Long Trail School with the project Communication, Cinema During the Great Depression. Zoe's teacher is Julia Craig, and Zoe is qualified for National History Day. And in senior group exhibits. In second place, Ariana Hall and Abigail Hazlett for their project Communicating with American Sign Language. Their teacher is Mackenzie Hunter, and they attend Long Trail School. And in first place, Jacob Leary and Aidan Tarbell with the project Carrier Pigeons in World War I. Their teacher is Mackenzie Hunter, and they attend Long Trail School, and they are qualified for National History Day. And in junior individual exhibits, in third place, Violet Haight from Green Mountain Union High School with the project Susie Chapstick Chaffee. Violet's teacher is Suzette Chivers, and Violet is qualified for National History Day. And in second place, Ellie Brooks with the project Unrecognized Masterpieces, how Madeline Common used different media to break the glass ceiling for women chefs. Ellie's teachers are Joshua Brooks and Rebecca Coffey, and Ellie attends Addison Northwest Supervisory District. And just to clarify, Ellie's a 5th grader and therefore not qualified for National History Day, but excellent, winning 2nd place in the category. And in 1st place, Greta Schaller from Harwood Union Middle School. Greta's project is The White Rose, Resisting Nazi Ideology. Greta's teacher is Sarah Ibsen, and Greta is qualified for National History Day. And in junior group exhibits, in 3rd place, Anya Carlson and Mackenzie Hutchinson with the project The Berlin Wall. Their teacher is Eli Rosenberg, and they attend Main Street Middle School. In 2nd place, Emily Tringe and Reagan Walk from Main Street Middle School with the project Elizabeth Van Loo and Her Adventures with Libby Prison. Their teacher is Eli Rosenberg, and they are qualified for National History Day. And in 1st place, Peyton Donahue and Ayla Duggan with the project Matilda Jocelyn Gage. Their teachers are Eli Rosenberg and Talia Shabanian. They attend Main Street Middle School, and they are qualified for National History Day. Congratulations to all the exhibit students. We saved the Vermont History Awards for the best for last, maybe.
The best award sponsor, I should say. All of the award winners today produced absolutely wonderful projects, and we couldn't be more proud of handing out all of these awards. But the Vermont History Award is sponsored by the Vermont Historical Society. There's an award for both the junior and the senior division for this award, and it's a $300 cash prize. And I think it's junior first. The senior first. Senior division winner is Justina Terry for a project entitled Communication of Andover, Vermont Throughout History. Justina's teacher is Suzette Chivers, and Justina goes to Green Mountain Union High School. Congratulations on the award. The junior division winner is Ekaterina Sinkova for a project from New Deal reforestation to helping hikers discover nature, Vermont's fire towers in communication. Ekaterina goes to Main Street Middle School, and her teacher is Talia Shabanian. I can tell you, I saw this project, and it has an epic fire tower built out of popsicle sticks that everybody should see and model after. Congratulations on that project. The last special prize is named after Senator George F. Edmunds. This is probably one of the oldest awards we have at the Vermont Historical Society. It was established before Vermont History Day, back in the 1930s as a rhetoric prize. And we now award it during the Vermont History Day project. The fund was set up by the family of George Edmunds. George Edmunds was Vermont's senator from 1866 to 1891, and I encourage you all to look him up and learn more about this very influential Vermonter. This prize is a $350 cash prize and an engraved medal. And so this year, the winner of the George F. Edmunds Prize is Ian Carpenter for a project entitled Freedom and Unity Puppetry. Ian's teacher is Cassia Bilodeau, and Ian goes to Bellows Free Academy, St. Albans. So congratulations, Ian. And that wraps up the special prizes for tonight. But don't go away. I'm going to turn the podium back over to Victoria to talk about National History Day. Thank you.
Yes, a few more things at the end. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you for sticking with us, and for Amanda here running the technology, and for our colleagues at home telling us when they can't hear me, and for all of you watching and being adaptable as we work with the technology here. Next year, I hope we are back in person at UVM again to have Vermont History Day in person, and I hope to see many of you there at next year's contest. The theme for next year is Debate and Diplomacy in History, Successes, Failures, and Consequences. But before we do next year's contest, there is National History Day. I will send more information about that. The national contest registration doesn't open up for a couple weeks, so there's plenty of time to get all the details about that. And if you have questions about that, it is a virtual contest again this year. And two more things from this year's contest. I will soon, not right away, but soon, I will be opening up the showcase of all of this year's projects. You will need to sign on to the registration system that you use to upload your projects. But when you're in the registration system, you will be able to see the projects from all the students. At this point, it's not going to be available to those outside of the registration system, but you can show your parents and sign in and show your family and see all the wonderful projects from this year. And not today, but hopefully tomorrow, I will hit the button that opens up the link to all the evaluation forms that will give the information and the feedback from the judges. That will also be in the registration system. So we'll do that tomorrow. So one more final thank you to our sponsors. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we are done with this part of Vermont History Day. So thank you and have a good evening.